Everybody, welcome back, and let's make a return to Speculation Station because the Wells Fargo Attune card launch and this year's launch of the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey now have me wondering about the autograph card. Not necessarily anything negative, but is Wells potentially positioning themselves to make changes to that card to become the spend everywhere, maximize all of your earning, and convert it all to points card issuer? So the Wells Fargo Autograph came out in 2019 as a replacement to the Wells Fargo Autograph, the Wells Fargo Propel card. They decided Autograph was going to become the new branding. They moved from the American Express payment network to another Visa signature card. They put cell phone protection on it because they hand out cell phone protection like candy. And they give it a lot of the same 3 times point categories as Propel. So it was 3 times streaming, 3 times gas, 3 times travel, 3 times transit, 3 times phone purchases, and gave you cell phone protection on the card. So the card came out as relatively interesting with a lot of 3x categories, but it was all just cash back, right? And then fast forward to this year, or really the end of last year, when they announced that they were going to be doing transfer partners and that the autograph was going to be getting transfer partners, then the autograph took on a whole new, persona is not the right word, but a whole new significance to the credit card enthusiasts. So, like, I've been talking about the autographs and the autograph journey. I'm not the only one. I'm not that important. I'm done with patting myself on the back at the moment. But there was a lot of chatter about Wells Fargo jumping into the game and how Wells Fargo jumping into the game was going to be important to getting competition, to maybe getting some issuers either to come back into the game, like Citi, or to get some issuers off of the couch. That issuer is still firmly entrenched in the couch, and that's fine. Capital One isn't making a whole lot of moves because Capital One is working on their Discover acquisition right now, and I don't know what they're going to do after the acquisition. I'm fearful that they're just going to do a whole lot of slashing and burning just to cut costs and bring everything up to speed with Discover, because Discover's financial situation isn't the best, so I'm curious what's going to happen there. So there's that. And then we come back to Wells Fargo. Now, the Attune card launched last week, and I think it's far more powerful than is initially being looked at, with its 4 times categories and a whole bunch of 4 times spending categories. Now, this raises the prospect of a no annual fee trifecta for travel of your base card, your whatever I can't find a category for catch-all is the active cash at 2 times points. And I say 2 times points because I've shown you can move the cash back on that card over to the autograph or autograph journey with no issue, right? So you've got that card for your catch-all. Then you've got the autograph with 3 times points on gas and EV charging, and 3 times points on phones, 3 times points on streaming, 3 times points on transit, 3 times points on, what am I forgetting, dining, and at least one other 3 times transit, 3 times category. And then they brought out the autograph journey earlier this year, which is 5 times points on hotels, 4 times points on airlines, 3 times points on dining and other travel. Their travel category on that card not being the transit category as the autograph. And then they just launched the Attune card, where some of the 4% categories are EV charging. That's fine, doesn't have to include gas, and public transit. And a lot of the public transit that's covered by the Attune is also covered by the autograph. The autograph also covers 3 times dining, which I think is probably going to end up staying on the card. And it also covers 3 times streaming, whereas now the Attune is 4 times streaming. So this leads me to think that with the overlap with the Attune, maybe the autograph could see itself lose 1 or 2 of those 3 times categories, one of streaming or and possibly transit, although hopefully not, because the big thing with the autograph's transit that's better than the Attune's transit is the autograph has no foreign transaction fees, whereas the Attune has 3% foreign transaction fees. So when you go internationally, your best card for travel in the Wells Fargo ecosystem, if you aren't going to carry the autograph journey, is going to be the autograph card. So what if the autograph card got 3 times grocery? And I don't know what other 3 times category Wells Fargo could think of, but to create a more cohesive setup in terms of a trifecta and a no annual fee trifecta, grocery would be a big one to bring in. And then then they could probably do another 3 times wildcard category. Because in a 3-card setup, you'd have the Attune with its 4% categories. You could have the Autograph with its 3% categories that fill in pretty well for what the Attune won't cover. And then you have the Active Cash to be the base catch-all. So for no annual fee, you're getting a lot of your spend at higher elevated point earning. Now, depending on how much money you spend, that's going to be clear indications to whether or not you're going to come ahead, because if you just do welcome offers, the welcome offer on the Attune is only $100 back on 500 spend. The welcome offer on the Autograph is 20,000 points on, I believe, $1,000 in spend, same 20% return. And the Active Cash is $200 back on $500 in spend. Although the Autograph, I think, is also 20,000 points on 500 spend. Could be wrong. I'll let myself know in the comments down below. So the welcome offers, they're not there, right? But depending on how much you spend in any given category, and that entertainment category could be very, very fruitful for you. Adding categories like grocery onto the Autograph will now give you the ability to get a little bit more for your money without having to go super crazy. Unless they were to do something like, I don't know, do an uncapped 5x grocery category on the Autograph. Maybe? But either way, I'm wondering if we're going to see Wells Fargo make updates to the earning categories of the Autograph to make the lineup more cohesive, especially at the no annual fee, because a no annual fee travel setup where you get secondary insurance, you're not going to get lounge access, but it'll be like a travel setup for the everyman. Without having to go into an annual fee card, you could have cards that out-earn Chase's no annual fee setups or low annual fee setups, because all of the cards would out-earn the Sapphire Preferred. You could have them beating out the City setup with no annual fee and potentially being as lucrative as the Strata Premier. And you could have them out-earning the Capital One system. Okay. I'm not going to bring up American Express because American Express doesn't really do much in the no annual fee field. So you're just looking at the competition that has no annual fee cards or a very low annual fee setup of no more than $95, potentially $150, but who knows. Now, if you swapped out the Autograph for the Autograph Journey, you're still going to get 5 times hotels, 4 times airlines, a really easy airline credit, 3 times on travel. Don't know what happens with the transit there, but the 3 times travel there and the 4 times transit on the Attune would make for a really powerful setup. And you're still coming out pretty far ahead because, again, you're going to have that base 2x catch-all and those elevated 4% categories, which could be useful, right? Now, it's not the biggest earner in terms of welcome offers. It's not going to be the biggest earner in terms of maximizing like your travel, because there's no travel portal. But I think for someone with a family, I think for someone with looking to kind of have a relatively simple setup, I think you could do a lot worse for no annual fee than Wells Fargo. Not I think. I know you could do a lot worse for no annual fee than Wells Fargo, because for no annual fee right now, you're going to get the Autograph card, which lets you transfer out to partners. You're going to get the Attune card, which you'll move your points over to the Autograph card. You have the Active Cash, which you can move your points over to the Autograph. Like, Wells is creating a system where you just have to leave. You can just have all of your spend with Wells, and you're not going to do too shabby. Throw in a premium transfer partner, and Wells is off to the races, because the Attune is a statement card. The Autograph, at no annual fee and transfer partners, there's not a lot of cards that compete with the Autograph in terms of that. There's the Venture 1, okay, and there's the no annual fee cards from City, but those get transfer bonus at like a reduced rate compared to getting the City Strata Premier. So for no annual fee with Wells Fargo, if they add a premium transfer partner, and I don't know who that would be, right? But as they add more transfer partners, and if they get one of those big, everybody wants them transfer partners, they're going to go off to the races. I could see Wells Fargo becoming like the best setup of the year, 2024, when blogs and everybody comes back at the end of the year and goes, oh, who had the best year? Well, it's going to be Wells Fargo. If it's not Wells Fargo, how much of a check are they getting cut for them? Because Chase isn't really doing anything. They've changed the ink welcome offers, which, don't get me wrong, the inks are fantastic cards, but they're not touching Freedom Flex. They're not touching the Freedom Unlimited. And yes, there's enough spend put through Chase cards that they don't have to, but those cards look stale. That's just me. American Express isn't competing at the new annual fee level, so I'm not going to worry about American Express. And then you've got Capital One, which they're not doing anything with their cards right now. They're not going to do anything with their cards right now. And Citi has released a Strata Premier. We'll see what happens with a Strata Elite or Strata Prestige or whatever they end up doing. But that's going to be like a $495, $550, $600 annual fee card. That's not the sort of cards that I'm talking about here. Wells is going to be like the no annual fee travel king in short order. And if they add a more exclusive transfer partner, they're going to be the, oh yeah, you can get a lot of stuff with Wells. Maybe not lounge access, but that's what Autograph Beyond is going to be for, probably, if it's called Autograph Beyond. But we'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to take some time to kind of like look at that and wonder out loud if we're going to see potential changes to the autograph card, because if cards get refreshed every 5 years, it's been about 5 years, and there's a lot of overlap with the Attune and a lot of overlap with the autograph journey that maybe Wells Fargo will make some changes. But we'll see. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Check out the pinned comments for other ways to help me out, whether it's buy me coffee, Ko-Fi. I've got referral links down below. Wells doesn't do referral links, so you know I'm not being paid by Wells to shill referral links. Check out the 2 videos that are going to pop up here. As always, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.